Hello Internet, and welcome to Game 2 of my Round 4, my semi-final game of the Nugget Bridge Invitational against MikotoMisaka. Now, I won the last game, and this is the same team that I played my first round opponent he was using as well. So, I know, well, I thought he would change things up. The last game he led with his Garchomp and his Charizard, and he had a big offensive pressure straight away. I won the first game, so the pressure was kind of off again in the second game, a little bit. Even though at this stage there is quite a lot of pressure at this end of a tournament, especially when there's these prizes, these money prizes involved as well. Never really know how it's going to turn out, but for the first time and the only time in this tournament, I think to myself, let's throw Aegislash out there. I was expecting him to lead with his Lucario, actually. I thought he would lead with his Lucario because that is key for him winning his Lucario. I can't remember exactly what I was thinking. I just thought that my Aegislash has got wide guard. If he leads with his Heat Wave and his Earthquake and everything again, then I could potentially do some work with that. So here's the Aegislash, but looking at this, I'm in a bad situation, aren't I? His Charizard can Solar Beam my Azumarill, he can Earthquake my Azumarill and my Aegislash. It's not looking good at all. My Aegislash is super threatened here. So, basically, he Mega Evolves, and he attacks this first turn. He goes straight out attacking. But I play a little bit cautiously. I double protect. I use Protect and King Shield because I want to bait out his Mega Evolution. I want him to get the Sun up so that when I do bring my Tyranitar in next turn, it is getting rid of the Sun, and I'm not taking any damage that could bring me closer to a knockout from his Earthquake. Next turn, a bit like I did with the last game, just kind of sacrificing my Raichu to get my Belly Drum off, I do the same with my Aegislash. I'm kind of expecting an overheat here on Aegislash because the wide guard is a little bit obvious, but I use wide guard, which means that my Tyranitar can come in for free, basically. His Earthquake isn't doing anything, but overheat does knock out the Aegislash. I did expect that, but that means again I'm down 3-4 on the second turn of the game, but it does mean the Sun is up. It means that his Charizard isn't really doing anything, and it means that I can try and build from here. So I Mega Evolve. His Charizard isn't really doing too much. I know that an Earthquake and an Overheat on the Azumarill could potentially, you know, be the doom of me, but luckily he doesn't actually do that. He gets this Earthquake off, his Life Orb Earthquake, get my Citrus Berry, and for some reason he actually uses Overheat on my Tyranitar, which he probably thought the double target would actually knock out, but it wouldn't have even been close. He actually misses that, which is kind of bad actually for me, because he doesn't get the -2 drop on his Charizard, but I do get my Belly Drum off here. I'm left with 44 HP, going down even more to my own Sandstorm here, to 32. So this next turn, I am threatening the Aqua Jet, the knockout on his Garchomp, and I am threatening the Rock Slide on his Charizard, which actually it misses, and he does get the Overheat off onto my Azumarill, which is kind of annoying. I wasn't too happy with that because I was in quite a good situation. I was threatening him with my Azumarill. The Azumarill was threatening his Lucario that he could have had, even though it does have the Bullet Punch. There was a threat there, and basically he just stomps on my momentum there. This next turn I have to hope that a combination of this Brave Bird and a Rock Slide either knocks out this Garchomp. I have got 2 chances of getting a critical hit, and I have got a chance of getting a crunch, so a critical hit, sorry, or a flinch. So, you know, things aren't completely stacked against me, but he switches it out and he brings his Tyranitar in. He leaves his Charizard in to go down to the Rock Slide. And I'm in the same situation again. I've got to hope for either a Brave Bird critical hit, or a Rock Slide critical hit, or a Rock Slide flinch on his Garchomp. There's 3 things that could potentially happen, so it is not necessarily lost just yet. All this recoil damage, here's the Rock Slide, luckily I do hit. It does actually knock out his own Tyranitar. His Tyranitar cannot have much bulk in it at all. His Garchomp does survive, it doesn't flinch, it misses his Rock Slide, so I get a big break there. Basically, the game is still in a very sticky situation for me, but it is in a little bit of a better situation. Now, this next turn, mind games, so many mind games, because he did show his Bullet Punch in the last game. He could Bullet Punch my Tyranitar and knock it out before my Flare Blitz basically hits his Lucario. So I could protect my Tyranitar, I could Flare Blitz his Lucario, but he could protect his Lucario, he could Rock Slide again, he could knock out my Talonflame. There's all kinds of things that could have gone on here, but the Brave Bird in the last game did knock out this Lucario when it was at about sort of 90%. So I didn't know that it was a bulky Lucario at this point. I thought there was a decent chance this Brave Bird was going to knock out this Lucario. So let's see what happens. I go for it. There is a chance for a critical hit as well, but I go for the Brave Bird, and actually I get the critical hit. So I didn't get the critical hit any of the last turns on this Garchomp, but I got the critical hit there, and that basically, as long as I hit this Rock Slide, gets me the win. I'm not sure if Rough Skin is going to knock my own Tyranitar out. If I did crunch him, if the Rough Skin did knock my Tyranitar out here, he would have won the game. So I still have to hope this Rock Slide hits him, but it does, and I win the game. I absolutely steal that game. I pull it out of the bag. So yeah, that was I was relieved to have won that game. In both of these games, he started off very strong, very offensive with his Garchomp and Charizard, and I had to sacrifice something early in both games to help get set up, to give me some momentum, to give me some advantage, and luckily the rolls did just go my way in this second game as well. So aside from my first game against Simon, I am actually undefeated. At the moment I am 8-1 in this tournament, and I'm in the final, which means I've got even more prize money, which is lovely, again, but one more game to go, the final against Samuel 996, the only other guy from the UK in this tournament actually, so the UK actually did quite strong in this tournament. But I have played him once before, I think, I'm not too sure, but let's see how this final goes.